Greetings, well, and blessings swells, resonators. I am Mordred, and today I wanted to make a quick video on small improvements to Wuthering Waves I think they could make based on my experience so far in the game. So, just to jump right into things, the first thing I'd like them to improve are the bundles. So right now, the bundles offer too many things I don't need, especially at my level, like Gardener's Aid and Blake's Bloom's Aid, something I really don't need. And these items aren't worthy enough for me to spend, money on. So I think some of these, premium items need to be adjusted because um, I can't justify in my mind spending money on this, knowing that 4 of these premium seal tubes aren't going to be nearly enough to level up an echo for my characters. Like, if I was going to get something like this, I would want it to be able to at least allow me to either max a echo or get me halfway there. Like, I get 15 levels. Wait, well, that's probably what you get from 4 of these. But like, I don't see me spending, how much would that be? I don't see me spending $10 to just to do that. Like, I would rather buy more of the Lunite subscriptions than get a Blake's Bloom, because it just doesn't have that value there for me. I would also want them to add a wave plate pack so that I could purchase additional wave plates, or add wave plates to the Pioneer podcast. So yes, you get some standard here, but over here you only get 3 premium items for rewards, and I don't think that's enough for another $10 added on top of the Pioneer podcast, even though I still got it. I think it would be more worthwhile, which is obviously subjective because I'm spending money on a costume anyway. But you would get more value out of the connoisseur channel if the lustrous tides were taken to 5 over here, and radiant tides were also added along as a premium bonus, along with these other things that already exist here, and adding wave plates next to it, and maybe, I don't know, a premium supply pack, or a Pioneer Association premium supply pack. I think it would do better for the connoisseur channel to have extra caveats for it. So the next thing I wanted to suggest is less of a spending related option and more of a gameplay option. So with the animals in the game, you can quote unquote pet them. They'll react when you press the pet button, but your character won't do anything. So my minor suggestion is just simply give characters a unique petting animation for animals, which I know would be kind of difficult to do because when they make characters, they already have to, 1, plan for their synergy with other characters, 2, balance the scaling of their numbers and like the chaining of their attacks. They have to come up with what echoes already exist that they can work with, or future ones that they might need to consider, and they have to come up with all these things. They have to deal with all these things when making a new character, and I understand adding a unique posing animation for all of the characters would be difficult, but like a simple petting animation would suffice to increase the immersiveness of interacting with animals, especially if I want to take pictures with said animals. An additional suggestion on top of that is that if they were to go even further, if KuroGames were to go even further, on top of just adding a petting animation with the animals, allowing us to pose and take pictures with them, hold the animals in different poses for different pictures, that would be really cool. allowing players to choose the specific pose for the characters, because after you enter camera mode, you can no longer act with your character, and you have to rely on their idle animations. So those few suggestions, I think, would improve, the level of quality of the game. There was also a ledge down here that I already sent the feedback in for this, but I also wanted to make it known to everyone else if I can quickly make my way over here. But basically, if a ledge is small enough, you won't perform the vault action over it. And my small suggestion, yeah, this one right here. So there will probably be more spaces like this in the game. So my suggestion was, since I can't vault over this, what they could do is they could allow me to, instead of going up and over like you would normal objects, I could instead, let's see, I need to find a small enough object. Basically, the action you do when your character pulls themselves over a small, hip, and vaults over something and keeps running, they could do that but sideways for the wall, and just have the characters pull themselves upward and sideways instead of having them flip over for that small edge. So it could be a flip for the bigger edges, and then a small vault pulling the character sideways and upwards to get over small hips on walls like that. I'm not sure if there were any. Oh, yes, co-op. Co-op could use some improvements. So, increasing the level of interaction that characters can have with the world. Like when I start co-op, I'm unable to do certain puzzles or overdash challenges, and I think it would be just an improvement on co-op to not lock those things, lock the interaction of those things behind, or lock them away from co-op. I think you should be able to do overdash challenges. You should be able to do overdash challenges. You should be able to fight, the little challenge things together. Basically, most objects that you can interact with in your personal world cannot always be interacted with in co-op. And I would have liked to help my friend finish some of his challenge puzzles or his puzzles quickly, or more quickly in co-op when we were doing them, instead of just standing there and watching them. I know most of us are not a fan of giving enemies more HP and defenses, but I feel as though that bosses in co-op should be given such things, unless they already are, in which case this point is moot, and I might have just been too strong for my friend's world. But basically, when I went around his world, I was one-shotting a bunch of stuff, and my Ling Yang is not abnormally strong. He's strong, but me being able to one-tap a couple of enemies at level 60, it's not too crazy. So giving some enemies a little bit more fighting power, the more players there are in a world, would make fighting bosses less oh, I'm gonna kill this in a few hits, and more okay, we can fight this together and do some cool stuff together, without having to remove relics all the time, or echoes in this case. That's really all the suggestions I could come up with. If you felt that there was anything that I could have mentioned but didn't, let me know in the comments. If there's anything that you think could just improve the game's quality of life in general, post it in the comments. And I thank you all for even taking the time for watching this video, and I hope you Resonators have an excellent rest of your day. Thank you.